Oh, what time is it?
10 to 5. Where you going?
Lou.
Oh, sorry, mate. Okay. Right. I think you're in a muddle, Mr. Muddle. It can't be Christmas because I'm off on my summer holiday. Said Mr. Wrong. Of course, brilliant. What is he like, eh, that Mr. Wrong? Always getting it wrong, isn't he? Well, that's it, mate. It's the last one now. We've done all the Thomases. We've done all the Misters. Little Mrs. And it's a lot. Actually, you know what? No, because there must be more. So... And there's flipping loads. Okay, so the writer of the Mr. Men, when he died, his son took over, wrote Little Miss Chatterbox. So we'll let Emma do that one. And then, oh, this is interesting. The Mr. Men were invented when Roger Hargreaves' son asked his dad what a tickle looks like, so he drew Mr. Tickle. I'll order these for next day delivery, even though we're in the morning and it's tomorrow. Well, yes. Yeah, so it's like tomorrow, so it'll be like the day after. Like the day after. But anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? Because we've got time. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? Here we go. Ready? Mr. Tickle. It was a warm, sunny morning. In his small house at the other side of the wood, Mr. Tickle was asleep.
Hey.
Hey, how long have you been up for?
I don't know, about an hour.
Right. Are you okay?
Yeah. It's a big day, but I think I'm ready. It's difficult, though. I'm trying to be objective for Leanne, trying to do my job as best I can when I don't necessarily...
I know. But you're doing brilliantly.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you are. I don't know how Leanne's going to cope without Nick.
She's got you.
Yeah, come up.
Hey. What's that?
It's a get well soon card for Oliver from Sam. Urgent. Please make sure Oliver sees this. Positivity is important.
Well, he's got a point. What are you going to do with it?
Get rid of it. I mean, Leanne can't see this. It's a nice thought, though.
I wasn't sure if you'd still be living here. Mum told me what Leanne said.
Of course she did. I'm not meant to be, but, you know, Leanne's at the hospital, so...
Do you know, you're very welcome to come and stay with us. We've got an inflatable mattress that's not had an outing for a few weeks. Don't give up on her yet. She's going to need all the people around her when, you know...
When he dies. Sorry. Anyway, why are you here?
No reason. I just thought I'd come and see you and see how you are, see if there's anything I could do. I was going to ask Leanne if she wanted me to sit with Oliver while they're in court.
Oh, yeah, I think Toya's doing that.
Oh, OK.
You know, but ask. You know, you're right, she needs to know there's people around her. So.
And is there anything that you need? Like a hug?
What?
Go on.
Since when did we do hugs?
Well, maybe we should start.
Oh, get out.
Fine, OK. Well, I love you very much.
I love you too, you weirdo.
Yeah, no, that's just going too far.
Emma!
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
What is it? What are you crying for?
Sorry, I was trying not to, but then I saw your face.
What's wrong with my face?
Nothing, you just look sad.
Oh, babe. You're gonna dry up like a prune if you cry every time anybody looks sad today.
Sorry. I just can't stand it. Why did she have to make a decision on Friday the 13th? I mean, she did it dead quick. Surely she could have waited a day longer.
Well, I'm surprised it took the judge that long. She can't go against Oliver.
How can one person even make a choice like that? I mean, it takes me, like, an hour every morning to decide what earrings to wear.
That's what we're all gonna do today. I mean, we can't just stay here and mope until we hear a verdict.
Oh, I thought that's exactly what we were doing.
Well, why don't you distract yourself with a minor felony or two? Bit more money laundering, maybe? Gun running, perhaps?
Ignore her. She's just trying to be funny.
No, I don't want to do anything today.
No, me neither.
Can I stay with you guys?
Yeah, of course you can, babe.
Hey, tell them the whole factory's keeping their fingers crossed, which makes machine work a complete nightmare.
Will do.
Big hugs, yeah?
And us too, love. We'll be thinking about you today.
Thank you.
It is now compulsory to wear a face mask.
By us too, are you referring to the hugs or the fact that you've got your fingers crossed?
Don't. I know exactly why that little boy's family are doing this. God forbid the same ever happened to us.
We'd have done everything, including not let everyone tell us the story's over.
Yeah, and so would everybody in the hospital and every person in that courtroom.
Maybe.
No, I mean it, Ed. We all know exactly what they're going through.
Oh, yeah. And we also know they're wrong.
Yeah, not wrong. Oh, it's not as simple as that. What we do know is that the decision the doctor made would have been sweated over. Painstakingly thought through to the last detail, objectively. Without being clouded by emotion, if that's possible.
Yeah, but that's a job.
And you know, sometimes the job stinks. I've lost count of the number of doctors and nurses, even senior consultants who've been in this job for years. I've lost count of the number of them I've seen in tears in that hospital recently. I mean, this job's always been hard, but this year, suddenly we're putting our lives on the line for it, and then this. And all that effort, all that care and love we put into our work turns us into the enemy. But like you say, it's a job, isn't it? So all we can do is carry on and try not to let it get to us. Just do what needs to be done.
Hiya.
Hi, Leanne said that I could sit in with Oliver while you go to court.
Well, Toy's on the way.
Yeah, I know, but I've not been for a while, and I just don't really fancy going to work today, if I'm honest.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, more the merrier.
Lee, Toy's running late, but Sarah's here. So, do you want to get going?
Yeah, okay.
I'll see if the car's here.
I'll be right back. Auntie Toya and Auntie Sarah are going to look after you, okay? Love you.
Thank you for letting me come. I know things with you and Mick.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, of course.
But it's good that you're here. He needs his family around him, so thank you.
Eileen, it's me. Can you check on the car? It's not here yet. Yeah, well, I know Rob will get twitchy, but, you know.
I know it's not their fault. Well, I'm not having a go just after losing Kayla's slot yesterday.
Yeah, OK, cheers. Yeah, we'll do, thank you.
Of course he didn't say that, but it was obvious. Dr. Howard couldn't do it because she was in court talking about that kid from the papers. Not even doing any surgery her out. She had to go and say in court what she's been saying for weeks so she couldn't help our Kayla. Now, how is that fair? I get his parents are upset and that, but the world just don't stop for them, you know. There are other sick kids, ones that can actually be treated. It's not fair, love. It's not fair.
What time is it?
There's a clock on microwave.
Burnt myself now. You just look at your phone.
'Cause I thought you were more than capable of ironing and swivelling round and looking at something.
Where's Shona?
Oh no, Shona.
What? Oh, very funny. She's with Aaron.
Yeah, she's with Aaron.
So why are you sitting watching telly and not working?
I'm on my lunch break.
Bit early for lunch.
I'm flipping heck, I thought you didn't know what time it was.
Well, I know now because I've looked. Burnt myself in the process.
What time does it start?
11 o'clock. 10 minutes' time. See, I know the time now.
You're going to be like this, aren't you, until you've heard something?
Well, I'm sorry if I can't be as calm as you while your brother's life's in tatters.
Thought you'd be used to it by now. If it's not him, it's me. And if it's not me, it's Sarah.
I just feel so useless.
That's because you are. I mean, you can't even iron properly. And how long you been doing that? 60 years?
Throw it at you in a minute.
No, you won't. You'll just carry on ironing, carry on packing my head till you've got a verdict. It's one of your little coping mechanisms.
Well, what's yours? Sitting watching telly and making smart remarks?
Pretty much.
You will ring him, won't you? If it's bad news. I mean, just ask him out for a drink or something, because he won't want to talk to me.
What makes you think he's going to want to speak to me?
He probably won't, but he needs to know that you're there in case he does.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks, love.
You're right in here, love? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Did I see Leanne's sister? Yeah, she's just nipped to get a cup of tea.
Well, that sounds a good idea. Reckon it's time for a cuppa.
Oh, sorry, actually, it's my first time on my own with him, and I was just wondering if there's something that I should be doing.
You're already doing it. I know it'll have meant a lot to Leanne that some of her family can be here.
I was thinking maybe with Oliver.
Right. Sorry. I know Leanne and Steve have been chatting to him. And if you run out of things to say, you can always read. I think his dad's working through Mr. Men. Again. Or sing. Leanne does that a lot.
Thank you.
Hello, my darling.
It's me, it's Auntie Sarah. And I'm going to sit with you for a little while. Me and Auntie Toya, just while Mummy's not here.
All I'm saying is that I feel bad.
Right, OK, you feel bad. Now you've told me I feel bad. Thanks for that. Really needed it today.
I'm sorry.
Steve, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to apologise to him for fighting for Oliver?
No, of course not.
Look, you know how this works. We blame the hospital, they blame underfunding. Just don't have a go at me today, all right?
Right, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
I know you said I should stay away.
To be honest with you, Nick, I couldn't give a monkey's whether you're here or not.
No, she doesn't mean that.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Of course you should be here. Here is Dad too.
Sorry I'm late. Stupid driver went the wrong way.
It's fine. We've got plenty of time.
Whatever happens, you two did the best you could. You couldn't have done any more.
Thanks, mate. Okay.
Today's proceedings pertain to a 3-year-old child by the name of Oliver Battersby, in respect of whom Weatherfield Trust have applied for a declaration that it is no longer in his best interest to receive mechanical ventilation. Oliver is represented in these proceedings by his court-appointed guardian, who has indicated through her barrister that she supports the Trust's application. The parents of Oliver, Leanne Battersby and Stephen MacDonald, both oppose this application. Several attempts have been made to resolve this dispute, but no, for the first 3 years of his life, Oliver has been happily co-parented by Leanne and her partner Nick, and his father Stephen MacDonald and his wife Tracy. The court-appointed guardian commented on the clear affection shown towards Oliver by Nick and Tracy, as well as Stephen and Leanne, and particularly noted the closeness and loving support offered by Oliver's immediate and extended family. Oliver first began exhibiting symptoms of mitochondrial disease in April of this year. He suffered a seizure at his father's home. And on the advice of the general practitioner, Dr. Susan pressed as to the further possible causes of the symptoms, Dr. Ward mentioned mitochondrial disease, and Stephen and Leanne, again understandably, took it on themselves to carry out their own independent presumptive evidence of Oliver's apparent reaction to sound and the finger twitch recorded by Leanne. The evidence offered by the Trust suggests movements were involuntary. Likewise, both Dr. Howarth and Dr. Schmitz have independently supported the Trust's application that such movements are not uncommon in patients with neurodegenerative disease and should not, in this case, be confused with an indicator of consciousness.
Till it's nearly noon. Shall we wake them with a merry tune?
Oliver is unable to swallow.
Oh, so still.
And is entirely fed by nasogastric tube.
Are they ill? Wake up, honey.
He is wholly dependent on mechanical ventilator support. Oliver's body will continue to grow due to the nutrients supplied in his nasogastric tube. His body is currently growing and aging, but the brain cannot regenerate. Oliver's brain is dying, and only mechanical ventilation and adjunctive therapies will keep his body alive in the long term. There is no prospect of recovery. There is no cure, no so-called silver bullet for his condition, and neither is there likely to be one in the foreseeable future. Oliver is suffering from relentless seizures, against which he is heavily sedated and medicated. If he were weaned off these medications and sedations, the seizures it is not possible to say with any certainty whether or not Oliver is experiencing pain or discomfort. However, assuming that he does continue to feel some level of discomfort, then the continued seizure activity and medical interventions whilst on ventilation would be expected to cause him considerable suffering. It was entirely right that every avenue of treatment for Oliver was explored, and every decision on his future questioned and re-examined. I am confident this has occurred and has proven beyond doubt that any hope for any recovery is futile. Therefore, I am now convinced that continuing with assisted ventilation is no longer in Oliver's best interest. There will need to be discussion between the hospital and the parents to try and agree how and when the withdrawal of treatment will take place. What Oliver needs now is his loving family around him as his life comes to a dignified end. You will all be very much in our thoughts.
No! No, please, please, please don't do this. Please, no, no.
No.
You seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not supposed to have it on in here.
Is it Leanne?
Yeah. Hello? Hello? Leah? Oh, honey, I'm... Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry, darling, I'm not very good at this with the songs, am I? I don't think I know anymore. I'm a bit rusty because I don't sing to Harry anymore. He says he's too big. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing. Onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad who's born to be king over the sea to sky.
So when she said discussion,
The Trust will want you included in deciding when and how Oliver's ventilator will be withdrawn.
How?
Now, there are options.
Apparently, in cases like this in the past, the hospital have done everything they can to help the family.
Why are we discussing what the Trust want? I thought we were here to discuss the appeal, right?
Oh, come on, Leanne.
Shut up. Well,
Leanne, are you sure this is what you want?
what I want? Of course it's what I want. This is why we're here. This is why we've been through all this.
But what she said...
What she said was wrong. She didn't say that they wouldn't find a cure because she can't. Nobody can. She said it was unlikely, but she didn't say that it wouldn't happen. So, this buys us more time, right, for an appeal?
Yes. In these cases, the Court of Appeal are open to hearing an appeal.
And they can't switch the machines off because they would have to speak with us, wouldn't they? They would have to liaise with us, like you said. Right. So we've got time then. We've got time to appeal.
It is likely the judge will refuse permission to appeal.
It's not unusual for them to refuse. She just spent an hour explaining her decision in detail.
But in my experience, in these cases, the trust barrister will give you time to get some proper advice. I could ask them for 24 hours before they take any steps to withdraw treatment, which will give us time to look into lodging an appeal. Look, I'll be honest. It's always very difficult on appeal when the judges exercise their discretion, having heard so much evidence. But because this is such a sensitive case, I think the Court of Appeal will hear us.
He was saying what?
I have to be honest with you, it's unlikely we'd succeed. But we might say that the judge just accounted for Oliver's medical best interests, not his wider best interests, to have the opportunity to live.
I'm sorry, what's that even mean?
Oh, Nick, will you just shut up?
Well, didn't you
I
hear
said
it?
shut up!
I've got you
You
to
don't
hear
get
me
to
then.
say anymore. You don't get to say anymore.
Steve.
Steve. Steve, we have to appeal this. We have to fight for him. Steve. Steve.
yeah. Okay.
Right, well, what do we do next then?
Now, I go and talk to the trust barrister.
All of that for nothing.
No. No, it wasn't for nothing. Nobody can blame Leanne for trying to fight this.
Now, Mummy's right. That was just a massive waste of time.
How can you say that?
Because Leanne thought she knew better than the experts.
Don't talk about her like that.
No, please don't fight.
Shh. Steve. Hi, darling. You okay?
Yeah, well, we're appealing.
What?
The hospital's barrister said that they'd lay off for a while and then Elliot is going to try and pull the case together.
Right.
What's happened?
They're appealing.
Have they got new evidence?
Sorry, Trace, I can't hear. What was that?
Well, our Amy was just asking, for the appeal, have you got new evidence?
Steve.
Right, well, it gives us a chance to get some, doesn't it?
Oh, Mum. Yeah, I can't talk right now, okay? No, I can't talk to you or David. Yeah, that's why I didn't answer the phone. I was driving. Right, look, I just need a bit of time, okay? Yeah. Please stop ringing.
Nick. I heard about what happened. I'm sorry.
Thanks. Anything else?
No, just seeing how you are.
Right, yeah, there's a lot of people doing that at the moment. Look, could you ask Sam not to send any more post here?
I didn't know he had.
Yeah, it was a get well card for Oliver.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what he's like.
Does he know yet?
No, I saw about the verdict online.
Yeah, Leanne wants to appeal. You know, the judge was pretty detailed, irrefutable. She's in denial. I don't get it.
I do.
Maybe I do too.
Cup of tea?
Oh, Gail, we just heard the news. You poor thing. No. Stop it. You be nice to me and I'll just start crying again and I'll just fix my makeup. Jenny, can I have a very large G&T, please?
Triple G&T coming up.
I had to just get out the house because Max and Lily came home and I didn't want them to see me upset.
Yeah. Are they going to appeal?
Yeah. So, it's not over yet.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Of course it is.
That's what we wanted.
Gail? Yeah. Of course. It just feels like there's not much hope left.
Hey, you only need a little bit of hope. Still hope.
What are you doing?
I am messaging Sean to come in and cover. And when you finish that, I'm going to get you another. I won't spoil your makeup, love, but I will get trolleyed with you.
Oh, Mummy's missed you.
Oh, Leanne, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. We're appealing. We've not given up on him. They've not won yet.
Yeah, no, of course.
Well, thanks for coming.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Yes, Sarah.
Steve? Hi.
Hi.
I've just heard.
No, we're not discussing timetables or meetings or anything else. We're appealing. And you're not touching them machines until we've been to every court in the land.
Leanne.
No, me and Steve, we're going to be here all the time. At least one of us is going to be here.
Leanne, I've told you before, we would never withdraw treatment without discussing it with you both.
Well, forgive me if I don't believe a single word you say.
I'm sorry you feel like that.
Well, I don't care if you're sorry. You're not killing my boy.
We're not, no.
Sorry.
It's okay. We're sorry too. All of us. I apologize if I haven't made that clear enough. All of us here are desperately sorry it's come to this. And for me personally, this may not be very helpful, but I would do anything to make Oliver better. I wish I could.
Oh, don't. I need a coffee.
I'll get it.
No, I'll go.
I am really sorry about the card. I should have been clearer with him about how little hope there was.
We've all been guilty of fooling ourselves. It might get better.
Well, you didn't. You tried to make us see.
Not at first. Even when the doctor said. Not at first, you know. I was scared I might hurt her. Scrap that. I was frightened of her sadness, so I hid from the truth. And now she won't talk to me.
She'll realise you had her and Oliver's best interests at heart. It'll take a while, but she'll get there. She'll come back.
I don't think she will. She sees it as a really big betrayal.
Well, you didn't betray her.
I did. I do it to everyone. Everyone, my family, everyone I've loved. I betray them. That's what I do. You know, I just wish I'd had her faith that Oliver was going to recover. Just be like her. Just keep going. Just blindly keep going on. Because if I had, I'd be there now with them both.
Read them all now, haven't we, mate? You know how they all end. All the punchlines. Mr. Tickle tickles. Mr. Wrong gets it wrong. Always. Never seems to learn. Just keeps getting it wrong. I didn't get you wrong, though. Any of you. Amy, Emma, even. I mean, I can't take the credit for that, but... Look, I'm not saying I'm a great dad, but... I reckon I got you right. All of you. But I can't mess this up. More than I already have. It's like when I said to your mum on your birthday that I'd do better for your next birthday party. I am so sorry, son. I'm gonna have to break that promise. I'm sorry.
Right, I've been thinking about the best plan of action. I say we scour the internet again because there might be something that we've missed. You know, there might be trials abroad that didn't translate first time.
Stop.
What do you mean, stop?
Just stop. think it's time.
No.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean, sorry? What do you mean? Everybody says that, don't they? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. How horrible. How sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I want to let your son die.
I don't want that. No one wants that.
Oh, no, of course not. And they all know what they're talking about, don't they? They're all sorry, but they're also very clever. They know what's going to happen to a little boy they've never even met. They know for sure. And then in the next breath, they say things like, oh, well, all cases are different. We can't be sure.
Were you listening today?
Of course I was listening.
Right, well, then you heard them. The brain doesn't get better. The prospect of recovery...
Steve, have you not been listening? That's the same thing they've been saying for weeks. Today was nothing different. It's the same blinkered refusal to listen to anybody that doesn't agree with what they say. What I heard today was someone's opinion, someone who doesn't even know anything. Some random posh lady who's just excited with the
Oliver
doctor.
is suffering from relentless seizures against
Steve,
which
you
he's
don't need to
heavily
read this.
sedated and medicated.
Steve, I know this. You don't need...
Medications of
Will you please stop
seizures.
reading it?
Listen.
Steve, don't do it. I don't want to listen.
Listen!
No, I don't need to listen.
Listen to this! Assuming that he does continue to feel some level of discomfort, then the continued seizure activity and the medical interventions whilst
Don't
on
say this in front of
ventilation
him.
and the medical interventions whilst
Steve.
on ventilation could cause him considerable suffering. But he can't hear us, Leanne. He can't. He can't hear us. I have been sitting here for weeks, reading to him, talking to him, reading all those books, watching him breathe, his little chest going up and down. But Leanne, it isn't him breathing. It's a machine.
I know that.
Right, well, then you also know that these seizures, they're getting worse. You know that. But can you say, honestly, that they're not hurting him, that he's not in pain? Leanne, I am so sorry. I'm not saying this to hurt you. And I know that you feel that you have to fight.
You don't. You don't know, because if you did, you wouldn't be saying this.
I thought that holding out was the right thing.
No, you didn't. You just thought, as long as it's easy, I'll carry on. And then the minute things get a bit harder, then you want to back out.
This is the hardest thing. To do what's right for him, not to do what's right for me.
So you're saying I'm doing this for me? I'm doing this to make me feel better?
I'm sorry.
Oh, stop saying sorry, Steve. Will you just please say what you actually
All right,
mean?
yes. Yes, I am saying that. You are doing what's right for you.
Oh.
The kindest thing for him.
No, do you know what? Get out. Forget it. You can just go. You've let us down like everybody else. Just me and him now. Well, that's fine. We're on our own.
No,
It's fine.
Leanne, I am not
We
going to
don't
go
want you
anywhere.
here.
I'm not going to run away anymore. I'm going to stay here with him.
I hate you for this. I hate you for doing this. Pretending that you're going to be on our side and then... Oh, do you know what? Just get out. Go on, get out.
Let's talk about this.
We've already talked.
We're not properly.
Well, what do you want me to say, Steve? What do you want me to say? I'm never going to give up fighting for him, never. So what? What do you want me to say? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? Steve, please. Please don't give up on him. Please. Please, I'm really sorry. I just don't want to do this on my own.
Leanne, I'm not giving up on him. It was gone a long time ago.
You don't know that, Steve. Nobody knows.
Leanne, why would they lie? Why would the doctors here and the nurses here lie? This isn't just a job for them. They would do anything they could for him, and if they think that turning that machine off is best, then they wouldn't take that decision lightly.
How can it be for the best? How can giving up any hope we have be for the best?
There is no hope.
You don't love him as much as I do. No, you don't. You can't love him like I do. Say all this. Oh, just go.
I'm doing this because I love him.
No, you don't love him. And do you know why? Because it wasn't planned. Because you're jealous of Nick, that's why. You can't love him and walk away and want him to die. I will never give up on him. I will never stop fighting for him. Not until I'm dead.
Leanne, I am so sorry. I think what you're doing is wrong. I'm not going to support the appeal.
Please. Oh, no, please, Steve. No, you wouldn't be so evil.
I'm sorry.
No, Steve, please. Please.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, don't kill him, Steve. Please, don't kill him. No, please. Please, Steve.
I'm sorry, Leanne.
Well, get out then. Go on, get out. Get out. Leave me alone. Go away. Go away, leave me alone.
Okay, love, I'm just worried about you.
Oh, no.
It's okay.
No.
It's okay.
You all right, mate?
Yeah. How's your little girl? I heard you on the phone earlier.
She's good, yeah. She's gonna pull through.
Oh, that's brilliant. Good here, aren't they?
Mate, you saved her life. The flipping superheroes.
Look after yourself.
You too, mate.
I've, brought you some overnight stuff.
I'm not going to need it. I told Leanne. I'm not going to support the appeal. She threw me out. It's over. Lost him.
Keep an eye on Leanne, Oliver's mum. She's alone now.
It was a warm, sunny morning. In his small house, at the other side of the wood, Mr. Tickle was asleep. You didn't know that there was such a thing as a tickle, did you? Well, there is. Tickles are small and round, and they have arms that stretch and stretch and stretch. Extraordinarily long arms.
If you've been affected by Oliver's story, you can visit itv.com/advice for support information.